Hello everybody out there in the internet. It's time for another exciting drink here at Bo's Cavern. So this is from the episode Homorazzi. It's a Krusty drink. So it's called our Krusty Not a Drink. And you're like, well, that's a strange title. The reason is because if you remember the episode, Krusty takes a pile of cash, puts it in a blender, and then decides to drink it. And much to no one's surprise, it doesn't taste good, and he complains to the bartender, "You call this a drink?" And he replies, "No, I never called it a drink." So that's where it's our Krusty Not a Drink. So for this one, first thing, it's got to be green, right? Because at Bo's Cavern, we're very adamant to make sure the color is right. So we've got some of our frozen fruit. So we have some bananas. So I have 2 bananas here. We'll just cut them up a bit more to fit into our blender. With my dangerous knife here. And we have, oh, well, that's easy to cut it, it just comes apart. And so we've got 3 slices of pineapple here. Just throw that in there. Now I know you're saying that it's like, wait a minute, this is yellow, you said green. Well, that's why we have our blue carousel. So we're going to add a shot of that, because remember from kindergarten, blue and yellow equals green. And we're going to add a bit of kiwi there. Yes, I should be using a smaller knife. Well, we like to take risks here at Bo's Cavern. So you're going to want to cut the skin off of that. And I don't know if I mentioned, but all the fruits are frozen. A lot better for making a smoothie. And we're back from our star wipe. So we're just going to throw our kiwi in there. Now we also going to add some Baileys, because, many smoothies, they have yogurt or milk, but, why, that's non-alcoholic. So we're going to add 2.5 shots of Baileys. And to make it just a little rich, because this is a money drink, we have some Goldschlager. So we're only going to add half a shot of this, because it is a cinnamon, I can't speak, a cinnamon schnapps, and it's a very, very powerful taste, so you don't want it to kind of like overpower the other flavors. So just a half a shot of that. Now, when people think of money, they think of paper, even though now it's made of plastic, and before it used to be made of cotton, but maybe at one point I'm sure it was made of paper. But you're like, well, we don't eat paper. It's like, well, that's not true. There is rice paper. So we're going to do, you want to soak that in water for just a minute or 2. Probably a good time for another star wipe. And see, there we go. So we are actually eating paper. Alright, now we're going to fire it up. This seems like a lot newer blender than the one we used before. We've spared no expense here at Bo's Cavern. I'm gonna hold the lid on tightly while I do this. And there we go. And remember, if your frozen fruit, if it, you can't fit it all in, well, let's just keep blending. Probably you'll get it in. Just because you go to the top, still a lot of space. So we got it nice and it's liquid, nice and cold. Make sure you want everything cold. You don't want to have a warm smoothie. That's not fun. So pour it in there. Nice and thick, which I'm sure money would be if you actually blended it. I've never done it, but hey, if you want it at home, feel free to comment what happened. And of course, we're going to have a garnish, because we love our garnishes here at Bo's Cavern. So for that, we have the most famous currency in all The Simpsons, the dollary-do. I'd like to take credit for this design, but this is from the actual petition for Australia to change the name of their currency to the dollary-do. Unfortunately, don't believe it succeeded, but I'm still holding hope for them. So we're going to take it, and we're just going to fold it just about a centimeter back and forth, like this. There we go. And we're gonna just open it up like just like a fan, and we're gonna need a paper clip. And so just gonna put it on the edge, on the outside. Okay, and there we have it. I believe this is our first Krusty drink here at Bo's Cavern. So it's Krusty's Not a Drink, and you just want a straw. Nice to use a reusable straw. Got to worry about the environment. Nice and thick. Till next time, enjoy.